This is Gary Atensi from CNTV, and today we are in downtown Denver. I'm here at the Biker Jim's Gourmet Dogs. I'm here with the founder and the owner, Jim. What started out as street dogs out there, some of the best they could find here in Denver. We've now got a physical address where you are grilling up some of the best dogs. Let's start from the beginning. What got you in the gourmet dog business?
I had been working in a profession for way too long. Was kind of sick of doing what I was doing. Was on vacation up in Alaska, and a buddy of mine that I worked in restaurants with maybe 25 years ago is Anchorage's hot dog guy. You know, this guy works 6 months out of the year, makes a pretty decent living, takes 6 months off, and I've been self-employed for like 20 years, so getting 6 days off in a row is kind of difficult to do. He said, man, you should do this. You'd be good at it. You'd have a good time. And I just had one of those WTF moments and went, let's do this, man. Bought a cart, jumped in with both feet, and have been kind of running ever since, man. It's been just a little over 5 years.
Let me ask you, gourmet dogs. Folks, we're not talking your typical run-of-the-mill boil me dog out here. We are talking about grilled dogs. What makes a gourmet dog?
What started for me was, knew I wanted to use an Alaska reindeer sausage. When I started here, just because, I grew up on that stuff as a kid, so for a couple of reasons. Nobody carries it down here, and I can now eat the reindeer whenever I want, and I do eat it quite a bit. When I first started, I had kind of done my homework. I'd gone to a lot of local sausage producers here, found some guys that did some really great stuff, and so my menu was maybe a little bit more traditional with a couple of oddball things thrown in when I started. I did the reindeer sausage, I did a buffalo brat, and then like a German veal brat, an Italian, some stuff that you'd expect to find at a street cart. We started a Wild on Wednesday special, just something a little bit different, and I brought out elk and pheasant and wild boar, and that became popular enough to our menu more or less evolved into something of a wild game carnival. So we started doing a What the Wednesday special. We would source, there's probably 50 or 60 different brats that we source on Wednesdays, and just try and bring out something new, something different every week that you just generally won't find on a street cart. For example, this week we're doing a banh mi hot dog, which is a Vietnamese-style sausage with a sriracha lime mayonnaise and banh mi pickled vegetables on top. It's fantastic.
So, basically, I see the folks behind me coming in here. They start at the menu right there. They decide, it says start here. Pick out what you want. If you're in the mood for something spicy, if you're in the mood for something smoky, kind of depends on what they're in the mood for.
Well, exactly. I tried to come at you flavor-wise from the beginning. On the street carts, we carry anywhere from 7 to 9 different brats. Here in the restaurant, we carry 16, plus a couple of burgers, because truthfully, after eating hot dogs every day for 5 years, pretty nice having a couple of burgers on the menu. We try and come at you from a flavor profile. That'll narrow the choices down, because people will stand there and they'll look at the menu and they'll see reindeer and pheasant and wild boar, and they won't know which direction to go. These are foods that a lot of people don't have a lot of experience just eating, especially at a hot dog joint. It's pretty easy to narrow down. If you'd like something spicy, we can start there. If you want to do something smoky, why, reindeer is the dog for you. And then we've got a variety of different toppings that we can go for from there.
Speaking of these toppings you guys are putting on there, we're talking about a gun that can shoot some cream cheese on there?
When I first started, I bought my cart used from a guy in Boise. And apparently the cream cheese dog has been a big Seattle thing. When I bought the cart from this guy, he gave me some coolers, some umbrellas, and this cream cheese caulking gun that he got from some guy in Seattle. Proven to be really popular here. And what's really cool, if anybody ever came up to the cart and they said, hey, you don't have cream cheese, do you? And I said, what, are you from Seattle? Almost every person was from Seattle, because, that's a bar thing, cream cheese on your hot dog. We combine that with caramelized onions, and it's become kind of our signature topping. We've expanded the topping realm quite a bit here at the restaurant. Give us some cooking implements of destruction, some proper refrigeration. We can do a lot more here than we can do at the cart.
Basically, that caramelized onion is what got the signature started, and then you guys kept adding from there. And
we do a couple of interesting things. We do a harissa roasted cactus, scallions, deep fried onions, and caramelized onions along with some cotija cheese. Fantastic combination. Or we'll do a Malaysian curry jam on dogs. We do a caramelized apples with a wasabi and shaved Irish cheddar. It's just a really nice combination, depending on what dog you're using.
Obviously, you've got to have a bun that is fresh and big enough to hold all this that you're talking about. Where do you get these done?
It's a local company. We had used Oro wheat rolls for some time when we first started, and which was a great hot dog roll. I wanted to do something that was baked locally. I wanted to do something that was a little bit heartier than the Oro wheat roll, and I needed something that didn't have seeds on it, actually. And we found a company that tried 3 times before they hit the roll that we wanted. We auditioned 4 different companies, and these guys kind of hit it on all mark. The consistency, the quality, the price, everything worked out well for us. We love that roll.
They got their dog, it's picked out, and then we move on to the sides. You got some pretty tasty sides there, it looks like.
I've wanted to have a deep fryer for quite some time, so we have a lot of fun with the fryer. We do, French fries and homemade chips, of course. We do a deep fried mac and cheese, which is phenomenal. Fried green tomatoes, which I've wanted to do for a long time. Hardly anybody does fried green tomatoes. I've seen them in maybe one or two other barbecue joints in town. We do a charred tahini cauliflower, biker baked beans, some side salads, things along those lines. Just a great compliment to the dogs.
Absolutely. Folks, you can see when you're going to come down here, you're going to get pretty full here because they're going to put a lot on your plate there. Also, wet your whistle right here locally. We're talking about beer right here on premises.
One of the funnest things to do at the cart was if anybody asked if you had any beer, was tell them, yeah, look in the bottom of the cooler. 3 people actually dug around looking in the bottom of the cooler. We tried to get the cameras ready in time to get that picture, but no, we have a full liquor license here, which is pretty darn handy. So you need that Bloody Mary on Sunday morning, we're the spot, and we carry a dozen different local craft-made beers.
And we're talking about natural soda to boot.
One of the profiles that we're trying to do here is to shy away from as many chemical-laden products as we can. But a majority of all of our dogs are nitrite-free. Most all the meat is hormone-free, antibiotic-free. These are sausages. You have to work pretty hard to convince yourself you're eating health food, but you could eat a lot worse than these guys, the sodas are high fructose corn syrup free. We use organic canola oil in our fryers. We're trying to stay GMO free. I believe the food trends these days are heading that direction, just maybe not so much with the hot dogs.
Eating a gourmet dog as healthy as you're going to get.
Yes, in the terms of chemical free for sure. Fat free, maybe not exactly. We make as much stuff as we can in-house. We make our own jams. All of our own sides are made in-house.
And once they got the meal all taken care of, gotten their drink, any desserts? I don't see any on the wall, but what do you guys have?
We do have desserts on the wall. They're just a dessert of the day. We've been doing cheesecakes for years. I never figured I'd have a hot dog cart business. Always figured at some point I'd have a cheesecake business. And we sold cheesecakes to several restaurants in town while we were doing the hot dog cart. So we bring the cheesecakes here. And the variety is, catch as catch can. Whatever day you're here, we'll often have a limoncello cheesecake with a sour orange swirl, or a chipotle chili chocolate cheesecake, or we'll do an Irish car bomb cheesecake. We do a lot of boozy cheesecakes. They seem to be very popular.
Well, how many locations out there you guys got as far as on the street?
Well, on the street we've got 2 carts. It seems like we have a dozen sometimes, though, because they can pop up in a number of different areas. Statically, you'll find one of the carts on the 16th Street Mall by the Clock Tower at 16th and Arapahoe. The other cart during the week is out on Auraria campus near the Tivoli Center. We do a number of events, so evening time you might find our cart pop up at a concert here. You might find it pop up at an art show there. Catered half a dozen weddings already this summer. I think the evolution of street food in Denver, which has exploded over the last year, has really helped a lot of people rethink catering options. So rather than go for a high-end catering company, you can get a truck, you can get a cart, you can get a couple of trucks to show up. We're inexpensive, we do a big variety of stuff. We're actually a lot of fun.
Come on down to their physical location here. Obviously catch one of their carts out there on the street as well. Not only that, if you're not going to come to them, they can actually come to you. If you've got an office out there that has, 20 plus people out there and they want to put together something great for the day, you guys will go out and maybe deliver something to them and get it done. Or if not, you've got weddings, corporate events, all the above. Their website is at the bottom of the screen right there. Their contact information is there as well, and probably catch you guys on Facebook.
Oh, chances are pretty fair. You can find us on Facebook, Twitter, that kind of jazz. It's the marketing of the now.
Excellent. This is Gary Atencio with CNTV, and if you don't know, now you know.